Speaking of the hard way, there's a couple of fellas who are going to go from Dublin to Donegal the hard way this week. In fact, they're running from Dublin to Creeslaw, heading off this Thursday. And there's Neil McCullum, who's from Chapel Road in Dunfanaghy, currently based in Kildare, and Mario Talotti, originally from South Africa, and goes to the same gym as Neil. And I'm delighted that they both join us now online and on Zoom, so we're streaming as well. Gentlemen, good afternoon to you.
Hello, John.
He's both well, both fit, both ready to go.
Yeah, you're both well and fit. Thank God. Yeah.
Good. All right, Neil. Tell us how it came about. It's you're raising money for the people, the families of the victims.
The families of the victims. Yeah. Well, I mean, last year when we heard of the explosion and that there, I'm originally from Dunfanaghy, but I've worked in England and came back in '97, and I've worked in Belfast for years, and but I came down here a couple of years ago to Kildare because my own sister Marie McCollum, who was based in Kildare for 25 years, she passed away in August from cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I done a challenge for the hospice in St. Bridget's in Kildare town, or on the Curragh, and then I raised money for the end of life ward and Allen ward in Naas Hospital. So after doing that challenge, I wanted to do something for Creeslaw because I would know a lot of people in Creeslaw, obviously coming from the area, and so it just came about, and I was undertaking it at the start on my own. So I started training in January, and not knowing how many months it would take, but I was giving myself to the summer, obviously, with the long evenings, and then I used to see Mario in the gym, so he offered to come along as well, and the two of us to do it, so which I was grateful for that. And we sat down and went through a few things, and we are here now a few days out from the challenge, so yeah.
So Mario, when you heard about the idea, I'm sure like everybody else, you thought it was a bit bonkers, the whole notion of running from Donegal to, or from Dublin to Donegal. Are you familiar with the route?
I am familiar with the route. People may think it's bonkers, but so was the poor incident that happened last year, and so it's really heartbreaking, and it's a no-brainer for me to do. I'm a triathlete myself. I'm from Cape Town in South Africa, like you mentioned, so do a lot of form of triathlete around there. So for me to support the people of Ireland, because I've been here for 2 years, it's almost like a give back to the community and to support Neil.
And John, a few months ago, me and Mario left, and we drove up to Donegal, went to Dunfanaghy, and they met my parents. So I took them over to Tramore, which is over past Hornhead, and we ran on the beach there. And then we stopped in Letterkenny and met Kieran O'Donnell, who's Kieran was the local captain of the Letterkenny Athletic Club, and his mother, Brady Lang, and it comes from Clonee, in Creeslaw. Mm-hmm. So Kieran has a lot of
connections in there.
A lot of connections and stuff to Creeslaw, and close to his heart. And as he said himself, the tragedy has brought a lot of people closer. So Kieran is on board and has been a great help to us. So we sat down with him and went through things, and so everything's working out fine.
And you've on logistics, you've got Dennis Ferry, no stranger to a big on the road fundraising, but just as long as you're prepared, he could land you in Cove.
Bed push and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying he could land you in Cove. Just be careful. Not deliberately.
Well, I've been away the last couple of weeks there. I took a couple of weeks off. I went to the French Pyrenees there. I've been up training in the south of France there, just in the border with Spain. So I've been up there training. I just come back yesterday morning at 9 o'clock and that there.
Right.
And there's been plenty of training from January. Well, I've been training on and off anyway, all the time anyway. So, normally when I'm doing nothing, if I'm working, I still like to go out and run every evening.
Right. Okay.
and keep myself fit and do the odd 5K and 10K race, especially around the summertime, just to support charities and
But
stuff.
this distance is what?
Well, it works out less than 250. Like originally, I put it in as leaving Kildare, which would work out at 270 kilometres. So it works out about 245, 246 kilometres, yeah. From the Papal Cross Car Park in Phoenix Park to the Creasla Chapel, St Michael's, yeah.
And Mario, what sort of training have you been doing?
I'm constantly throughout the year on and off with triathlete training. I'm training Ironman later this year, or maybe even in the new year. But because I've been so focused on the running side of things, it's more just on that. So yeah, daily basis, every evening. It's my stress relief as well from work.
So you both train for events that are what, 30, 40K?
Yeah, marathons, 42K and stuff.
Okay.
They get half marathons and yeah.
But then this is something else entirely. And how do you intend to do it? Are you going to go from start to finish, or are you going to sleep overnight?
No, we're going to go from start to finish. So say, for instance, we ran 4 hours and we wanted to eat where we're going to walk. Support crew obviously going to give us the food and water we need en route, and we could walk 4 or 5 hours, we could run another 2 hours, but we're constantly moving forward until we get to Creasla.
So leaving on Thursday morning at what time?
At 6 a.m. we went with 6 a.m. so that we have an early start, and by 6 a.m. Friday morning, I don't know how far up the road will be, but hopefully we'll be I'm not exactly sure where we'll be, but you know what I mean? We could be in Tyrone, we could be across the border in Tangragee, but I'm going to put up on Facebook later the route we're taking.
Okay. So it won't. Is it the route that we would drive? Is it the regular?
No, it's the off road. So you would leave, say, the Papal Cross, you'd make your way into Ashburn, and then up into Slane, and through the towns, and then to Monaghan, and you cross the border there, Tangragee, which is just on the Armagh border side, and then you're into Tyrone, into Clogher, you're leaving Clogher and into Omagh from Newton Stewart, crossing the back way into Raphoe, and then from Raphoe, Letterkenny, Kilmacrennan, Termon, and Creasla Chapel. And
the reason you choose that route is it's safer.
Well, it's off road. You're not going up the M1. It's the most direct route if you were walking it.
Okay. And when would you hope to finish it? I mean, you start at 6 o'clock Thursday morning. When would you hope to be in Creasla?
Well, we put down the 13th, the Saturday, but we'll know better after the first night. Yeah, hoping. Yeah, 2 days, 3 days maximum. We're not under any pressure to be there in a certain time. Obviously, the quicker it's done, the quicker it's over.
Yeah.
But just to do it safely and walk, run, and keep moving forward, and just get to the finish line in one piece.
At the same time as well, if we in our own time and not rushing it, it gets more awareness as well instead of just rushing it through.
True.
So.
Along the way, momentum.
If we walk it, it gets more awareness, which helps a big way too. So it's really how it goes around.
And what's the longest that either of you have run up to this point?
Well, just marathon distance, 42 kilometres.
Right.
But when I originally got the idea, I said to myself, I'll get through to the athletic club. So I spoke to Teresa McDade, who is, the coach of Letterkenny Athletic Club, and has connected with the Irish team, and a wealth experience. She's sent me programs and sent me stuff to do. You don't have to run 100 kilometres or anything. It's just consistent running. I was getting up every morning at 10 to 5, running, driving to Naas K Leisure. I would be there about 20 past 5 in the morning. The gym didn't open to 6 o'clock, so I would have my running gear on, do me 40 minutes, go into the gym, then do a bit of stretching and a bit of core work, and leave there before 6:30 and head on to my work. Let it be Dublin and whatever, Dunleary, and come back in the evening again, run another 10, 15K. I'd done that Monday to Friday, and then Saturday I would do a 7K run, and then Sunday anything from 21K to 25K, and plenty of recovery and rest.
It sounds exhausting.
Well, it's been hard, but nothing that I couldn't manage. And Mario
Yeah.
was doing the same. We ran a few times together, but Mario's time and my time were different. So, if I was running at 6 a.m., Mario could have been running at 7 a.m. You know.
With I suppose with the right fuel, it's doable. But fatigue might be what gets you. I'm just thinking about being able to keep going running through 2 nights, not one night but 2 nights. So
Yeah, but
it's a great
you're
unknown.
Yeah, I mean, there's anything's possible. So I believe we can do it. So I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't undertook it.
Yeah, yeah.
We could have made it easier. We could have just run a marathon. We could have run to Oma. We could have cycled to Oma, you know. So we're
Yeah.
undertaking to run through the night, walk through the night safely with support crew with us back in front. And if we're feeling tired, we can walk 5-6 hours and,
Well, what happens if one man breaks down, gets an injury, or gets overcome with cramp or tiredness or whatever?
Well, we
Is
did
the other
speak
one going to
about-
carry on?
Mario said to me, and me likewise. Mario said, we don't know what lays ahead. Yes, the two of us, I'm confident will get to Creasla, and if one doesn't, well, the other someday, anything can happen. Yes, injuries, fatigue can set in. You could have to maybe stop, obviously, but yeah, but
We'll still be there to support each other all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Exactly.
at least you each have support and company. Well, listen, the best luck, and it's important, I suppose, to remind listeners that there is a GoFundMe page, and the title of it is.
Oh, the Run for Creasla.
Run for Breslin.
It's on Facebook, and it's been out in the local papers through Kieran O'Donnell, and we'll have logos on the van as we're driving up, so people are welcome to donate, and we'll have buckets there, and whatever way, whatever, every little.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, we'll keep an eye on your progress.
We'll be keeping updates, and as I said, John, I'll be putting up shortly the route that we're taking out of Phoenix Park by the Papal Cross Car Park and the various towns we're going through. So anybody that is in a running club or whatever, or does a bit of running, or feel free to join us on the route. And do you know what I mean?
That'd be great. Yeah, it'd be a distraction. Yeah.
I'm hoping to see my former colleagues in Letterkenny Athletic Club will probably meet us in Letterkenny or Kilmacrennan, so for the last leg into Creasla.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, listen, I hope it all works out, and I hope the weather's in your fit. What's the forecast like?
Well, I did look at it. I think it's dry. It might be a few showers Thursday and that, but Friday looks okay and that there. Typical weather, but
Next year.
it's going to be all right. But we've catered for all that. We're all prepared for it. It's not going to rain from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 at night.
Okay.
So a few showers will not kill us.
Well, I wish you both the very best, and hope you get there safely, and hope you do succeed and make it all the way. But listen, we'll keep an eye on your progress, and we'll have a few updates here on the radio for you. Neil McCollum and Mario Tolotti, thanks a million for having a chat with us. Good luck.
Thank you for having us, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
What's the difference between the BMW iX and iX3?